We
Um,
began in Kahlo, gathering a few companions who were known to our other selves, mostly unknown to us, though our dear shepherd brought a good friend of his directly. Kahlo was experiencing some turnover, a little bit of change, as we were making our speedy exit, along with several other folks of various sorts, all trying to get away from the carnage. And we had our typical hearse, our coffin cart, as it were, to set out into the world, heading south along the river and setting our sights on Verniana. Popcorn.
Popcorn Evan. As we left Callow, our now modified hearse and all of the crew that joined us, which would be Umram, the elf who worked for the Twist Twins, um, Augie, Shepard's best friend, and Might Mouth, this inscrutable creature that kind of eats things, somehow made it out of Callow. I don't know how, but somehow. As we left Callow, it was the middle of the night as we were leaving, and there was this forest of this bright crystalline glow coming out of it. It was trying to lead Augie into it. We had to convince him very hard, if I remember correctly, not to go into the light. We were successful, and Augie did come back to our cart, though he feels like though he has made a regret. He brought it up the next day. Leaving the crystalline, I don't know what you would call it, a beacon of some kind. We went and followed the river closer down to Verniana, where a large creature came out of the water, covered in corpses. I think we called it a croaker, the name we gave to it. And it attacked the wagon and tried to eat us all with its tongue as it kind of shot in and out, taking people out of the cart. Popcorn Derek to finish us off.
With much stress added on, we lost a few on the way, with, I believe, Umram losing part of their leg.
Yes.
Below their knee. Might Mouth bit the critter, as far as I can remember. And eventually, Celine was able to throw a bust of Pubert, her grandfather, to paralyze the croaker after many attempts to. With many falling into the cart, we were able to escape further south towards Verniana. That's all. That's what I have.
Okay.
Let me know if I'm missing anything.
I think we got most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The big thing is the harm that's been taken. So yes, Augie has been aged somehow. Pale, gray-haired looking, haggard and older, and yes, expressed an incredible remorse to not going into that light. Umram is in fact missing the lower, below the knee, but like halfway up the calf, has been lost. And Might Mouth seems none the worse for wear for right now. No significant injuries there. So, as a thank you and as a reward for your
gifts,
yes, as a reward, you guys get yourself some downtime.
Yay.
So you will recover all of your armor. I do have a question before we begin. Augie, or not Augie, Aldrich. This is your cart. These are your wheels.
This is my cart. It is.
How much food did you bring?
Oof, not a lot. I don't really keep a lot of food on the hearse. It's only meant for getting in through the gate and out through the gate. Beyond that, it's no more than really a cart.
Okay.
So probably not a whole lot. We left in pretty much of a quick hurry.
Okay.
It's probably a couple of days.
So it's a 4-day cart drive to Ianthum. But I believe we cut a little further, like we followed and then we were cutting over to find safer passage, safer crossings. You guys can't hear that, can you?
Some kind of beepity beepity.
There is a car horn going off outside. That's fine.
It adds to the eerie, spooky music.
In the distance, honks.
From my Toyota Camry.
Astra.
the scariest goose you've ever heard. Oh, thank fuck, that's gone. Okay. So as a downtime activity, we will assume. So this is where we go a little off the rails with this, because this is not necessarily intended for being out in the woods. However, each of you, over the course of the next 3 days, we'll say, on the way to a river crossing, one of the closer river crossings, have some time. Each of you will have an opportunity to either indulge your vice and clear some stress. You can recover and take that time in order to heal and remove harm. You can acquire assets such as food. Among the 3 of you, at least 2 of you will need to acquire assets and try to find food along the way. If two of you attempt it and roll above a 3, you guys will have foraged enough food to make it to the crossing. If you go higher than that, you're set for the whole trip. If not, you guys are going to be in a bad way.
I'll work on food.
Yeah,
Okay.
so will Aldrich. It is his wagon after all.
His wagon, his wheelhouse, great.
And he does like his snacks.
For healing. If one of you would like to use a downtime activity to help heal and patch up the others, that would be a tinker roll. Unfortunately, our best tinker is not currently in the room right now. But you may be able to clear some stress off of yourself or your companions. So, we got 2. We have Sonnet and Aldrich hunting for food. Celine, what are you doing for one of your 2 downtimes?
Gonna need to clear some stress. I was inches away.
My stress is pretty high too.
Yeah.
I did fall and I had to run. And Drumon who lost his leg, he lost the ram.
What
Run fast enough.
vice? What's your vice there, Celine?
Anything that seems off. I want to, in a way to kind of dive deeper, learn more about what is different from what's around us. I'm going to Mightmouth. I want to see what's up with this guy. I'm taking the weird vice.
Okay. All right. Yeah, visit a purveyor of your vice and roll dice equal to your lowest attribute.
Okay.
Which will certainly do it. Mightmouth, I would say, is a purveyor of the weird. With no 2 ways about it.
stealing some of the snacks that Aldrich and Sonic come back with. We're hanging out together. I'm doing some reading up on Might Mouth. Whatever I can pick up. That's a 4.
4. Okay. So you will clear 4 stress.
Okay.
What does that look like?
It's a lot of trying to entice Might Mouth to sit down. Just either sit down in the cart or wanting to take them out on a walk, learn a little bit more, and
This is on breaks as you are
yeah.
in between. Okay.
Mhm.
Aldrich.
Mhm.
Can you roll to acquire an asset for me, my friend?
Perfect.
Let's get you that. Bro, we are a tier. We are a tier 1 crew.
Oh, right there.
So.
That is a 3 on the
A
die.
3 on. So, when acquiring an asset, you can spend coin to up that tier by 1. So you're right on the edge of making it an equal tier, but it will cost you 2 coin. You guys acquired 4 doing the job for the gardeners, so you have some cash to burn.
Don't act like I never did anything for anybody. So I will spend the 2 coin.
Spend the
I'll find some local herb trader here in the woods.
There are some folks desperate on this sort of trundling by. There are folks that are trying to help others, but an incident like this, as word starts to spread, does bring out the opportunists, the individuals that are more interested in turning a buck. And so when you're foraging, you guys have a head start. Unfortunately, you are not the only people to use this road, and all the easy pickings have been picked. Maybe by the guy who charged you triple what they're normally worth. But you managed to make it a slightly more reasonable deal. Spend your 2 coin and get yourself food for a couple of days. And you, as you are all, your crew is waved off by this traveling merchant. All you in particular, Aldrich, feel that neither of you came away perfectly happy with that, which is about the best you could hope for in this kind of situation. Celine, would you like to try and forage for the gang?
Who?
Or sorry, Sonnet.
Yes, I would. Annoyingly, my vice is in food, but I can't do both at the same time. So that is a 6.
I'll offer you a devil's bargain.
Okay. Can I
How
keep
many
the
dice?
roll?
How many dice are you rolling?
1 die.
1 die.
And I did already call it as a 6.
You did already call it. That's fair. We'll let the die lie for now. I will rescind my devil's bargain.
The devil gets scared. Ooh, I'll take that.
The devil's like, ooh, maybe not.
Ooh.
This is
Ooh.
hot for me.
I am curious what the bargain was going to be, but regardless, I got a 6.
Okay. It might come up later if you indulge your vice to clear some stress.
So,
Who knows?
Sonnet's vice, just for the funsies, is obligation to the family to carry on their work. Bakers and butchers and chefs. That is the family work. She
Okay.
is very familiar with butchery. That is her entire thing in the day-to-day.
Mhm.
So I feel like it makes sense that she'd be fairly effective at taking what the forest has and turning it into something palatable to sustain
And
us on our travels.
And on a 6, you wander off a little further afield, sticking off some of the main paths. And once you get away from some of the sounds of the road and the sound of your companions camping, Umram's low groans about the leg, Augie's just mutterings, and Mightmouth and Celine having conversation. Neither of his full sentences are not Mightmouth's wheelhouse. Celine is doing a pretty good job in finding that meaning and communicating with them. But Sonnet, you get a little further afield and you hear it a little ways off. You hear a cow in the woods where it should not be. And you find it. It has a bell. It has a collar. It has a tag. But it is far from home.
And that means it's fair game.
And that means it is fair game. You find Butcher. And with the help of with the help of a friend or two, bring back enough food. Bring back a full cow worth of meat. You have plenty to make this trip. Provided you ration, you will have plenty to spare and even have some to sell off along the way.
That was going to be my question. Can we make back some of that coin by passing out, distributing some of the pieces of meat that aren't as hardy, things that are going to rot faster, that we can't
spoil faster, that you can't process? Yeah.
Exactly.
That can be a downtime activity. If you would like to do it.
I would absolutely like to do that.
If you also want to balance that, one of your companions might be able to work on that. One of the NPC companions can also assist. Umram is currently a little fucked up. And Celine, Mightmouth, the weirdest thing about talking to Mightmouth, aside from the way they perceive the world, the way they perceive you, the way they sometimes address spirits that float around you, it's still the teeth. There is something incredibly just wild.
Evan, are you muted?
I'm not muted. I was just trying not to disrupt with the sounds.
Just like, just and now you can. Celine, you've done this enough that you can hear. It's part of how Mightmouth expresses emotion. The teeth move differently. If they're pondering, it's a slower, wetter sound. If they're irritated, it is a harsher sort of clicking as the teeth themselves clack off each other. Like you've upended a bag of dominoes. And they're clattering together.
It's something I've had to get used to. At first, I would ask a question, turn my head to not see it, but then recognizing the difference in the sounds of oh, okay.
Now you can have conversation. You have conversations in the evening when the firelight is down, because you can hear the context in its words. You can hear the way anyone else, the way people normally communicate with you. There's tone, there's inflection, there's sarcasm. And you find out that Mightmouth has some of those, can express those things. At least you think that. I think that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little unsettling. But you're getting used to it. So go ahead and make sure you clear that 4 stress.
Yep.
For your vice. Who would you guys like? Would you like one of your friends to try to sell off meat as you guys are parked?
I think
And who-
even though Umram has lost half a portion of a leg,
Yeah.
they'd probably be the smoothest talker between
What if,
the three companions we have.
again, freshly cut off, what if people think he's selling his own leg? He's so desperate.
I think people could see that we have the corpse of a cow. Like, that's not just a single humanoid's leg.
As a meat buyer, though, there's no way I could know for sure. Oh, you have the corpse of a cow, but how do I know it's not just this guy's leg?
Umram, they feel confident that they can pitch it correctly. They can handle that.
I have a question for my second. In terms of healing others, feel free to say no. Is there any way to use my attunement, use one of my spirits, to give Umram almost a transparent peg of a leg?
A spectral prosthetic?
A spectral leg that you can't see, but he feels comfortable enough to use?
That's sick.
That. Putting a specter. I would call that a devil's bargain if I've ever heard one.
Okay.
You are more than welcome to try. However, if you fail, you won't know if the spirit is fully contained in the leg.
That is already a fear from everything left at Kahlo. Yeah, would you like this to be a minor or major spirit? Just so I can mark down.
If you're just trying to turn it into a prosthetic, I'll turn that back on you. Do you want it to be something that Umram can use without? Are you looking for back to where they were? Are you looking for back with no pain? Are you looking? What are you shooting for with this impromptu?
With the time, it's just something they can use. If they need to run, they can. There may be pain in the future.
Okay. If you want it to be minor, it would be something that it's not active all the time. Umram would have to not necessarily push a button, but activate it to engage it, and it would last for a little while, causing some pain.
Right. Okay.
If you wanted a near permanent replacement, that would be major.
Okay.
Umram has no opinion on the matter. Less pain would be preferred, but
let's do it. Let's give him a major.
Give him a major. Perfect.
And we will finish that with a 6 on die.
With a 6.
Nice.
Incredible. What is the name of the spirit that's going in Umram's leg?
Oh, this is Gruntilda.
What do we know about Gruntilda? Why Gruntilda?
Why Gruntilda? Gruntilda was an acrobat. Gruntilda was somebody people would come to watch because they had the flexibility of something that was not known around this time. If anybody would do these moves, you're breaking a bone immediately. Mm-hmm. This was... They could twist in any way, and it was just smooth.
Okay.
No stretching needed.
I love that. Love that a lot. Yeah, what is this? What does it look like? What does the seal that keeps Gruntilda trapped in this leg keeps keeps this spear in position.
Ooh. This is one of those lamps. There's no fixture attached. It's just like the leg with like the high heel on it.
Yeah.
I'm picturing
Okay.
something like that.
Okay. Is it like a fishnet? Like it is like it's like a dancer's tight.
No, it's more like it has a boot on it.
Okay. Okay. Kind of have work the magic on the leg. Are you, so I guess my question, are you attaching it via an object or are you attaching it like directly to the stump?
Oh, it's attached to
Carve
the
end
stump.
of the bone.
Just like a little bit of scrimshaw on the end of the bone. And as you finish the working, this booted foot sort of like comes out in this dancer's point. And the foot just kind of rolls and moves. And Umram's like, hold on. That's not me. I'm not doing that. Can you, what's her name? What's the,
You'll get used to it. That's Gruntilda.
uh,
Why did I go deep voice?
Miss, that's Gruntilda.
That's Gruntilda.
Miss Gruntilda, hi. My name's Umram. You're currently where my foot used to be. Can we we'll work this out, but I'm excited to get to meet you. And the foot sort of pulls back to the bone and a hand comes out and sort of bends unnaturally back and shakes Umram's outstretched hand that Umram just automatically put out after spending a decade or two with the Twist Winds and being this courier. And the hand sort of extends, and then the hand comes back, sort of resting as this foot, stretched in a little unusual way. So that is Celine's second downtime activity. Umram rolled a 4 to sell some meat, so you guys will get 1 coin back. There is a fair bit of concern about this meat and not trusting it. You are also a group with a cart, and so any groups that come by and really start kind of eyeing the cart, Umram shoos them along. It is not... The people coming through are in a similar condition as you. They did not bring much. So there is a fair, brisk trade, and Umram is erring on the side of caution as far as pricing. Especially with larger groups, there's usually the larger pieces. A whole rack of ribs goes to a family of 8.
Quick question for you then.
Yes.
Our coin, is that collective or is that individual?
That is a crew expense.
Understood. Thank
Or sorry.
It says it on my personal sheet too.
Yes, that is of your personal sheet. This coin, the 1 coin earned back will go back to Aldrich.
Okay.
Cool.
As Aldrich spent the money and you just killed some poor farmer's cow.
I didn't kill the poor farmer, so.
This is cow.
That's fair. Just the cow. So yeah, Aldrich and Sonnet. What are you guys doing with your other downtime activity?
Aldrich would like to explore his vice in a very particular way. We are leaving a tragedy, and what do people bring during tragedies? Family heirlooms, things that are important to them, things that mean something. Aldrich would like to take those, buy them, convince people that they're unnecessary weights for them to be carrying on a journey that they don't know how long it's going to be. And he would like to acquire those to fulfill his vice of luxury. I'm looking for gilded holy texts, nice amulets, grandma's amulet that she used to keep under her bed and she would pray to every night. I want that.
All right. That sounds like that works for me. Roll your lowest attribute there, bud.
Which is prowess with 1. And that's a 6.
Okay. Clear 6 stress.
Perfect. 3, 4, and 6.
So, you, as it just sort of in conjunction,
With the selling of the meats and stuff.
with the selling of the meats and the buying of the heirlooms, you guys end up working out kind of a barter. You had a decent trading, handling a little bit of money back and forth. Or just we'll give you a hawk. We'll give you some of these cuts in exchange for your belongings. In particular, the more luxurious ones. Umram does not lead these conversations, but once you've got somebody hooked on possessions, you go, hey, if you're selling, they're coming in as the second hand, coming in as the rope-a-dope, essentially. Squaring that away. So the money doesn't stray far. So you will not gain any money, but you will not lose any money in indulging this vice, because you've sort of built this closed loop. All thanks to that 6 from Sonnet. Gathering all that food. Sonnet, what are you up to?
That's a good question. I think I would like to train during this time.
All right. What would you like to train?
So, for an attribute or your playbook, I think I'd like to train Sway.
Okay.
Swap that to Survey, actually. I would like to train Survey.
Aldrich is very convincing. So he's got sway.
Okay. Just to keep a better eye on it.
So that grants me 1 XP, and I was trying to find how many XP to gain a new pip. But I am not seeing it in the file I have.
What are you surveying as we're doing this?
We had been using Sonnet's the night vision to continue traveling during the night.
Mm-hmm.
I think she would be using that opportunity to become better at discerning shadows from living things as we're traveling, so that even when they're not traveling at night, she has a better visual language understanding, keeping an eye on things that are slightly more hidden, perhaps.
Okay. So the way that will work is you will mark the little like bookmark tags.
Okay.
For you, it will be in insight.
So I need 5 total. 6.
You will need
6 total.
5. And we did not. I realize in either of our sessions, I don't think we did the end of session XP. Because you guys rolled a bunch of desperate actions. So, as accommodation for that, go ahead and give yourself one extra pip in one category that you've rolled in the last session, because we got a lot of XP for desperate, and you guys have done a very good job of staying in your lane. So kind of a level up. Give yourself an extra pip somewhere. Because I'm very bad at remembering that.
Cool. That will boost my survey then.
So then if you would like to do something other than train, you may.
Oh boy. In that case, because I did a bad job of keeping track of my stress last game. I don't actually know how much stress I have at the moment. So I will, in that case, indulge vice. Just in
Okay.
case.
Cool. Roll your lowest attribute, please.
That is a 5.
Okay. So you will clear 5. I feel like you had.
I feel like I just about maxed it out, is the thing.
Yeah, you guys all just about maxed it out.
Mhm.
I was right at getting trauma at that point.
Yeah.
Same here.
So,
Right, because
This is-
I claimed heavy armor to avoid
yes.
ticking that over.
So, with this particular adventure, continuing on, believe we did not cross the river last time. Because after you encountered the croaker along the river, you kind of steered a little clear of it. Oddly enough, when you guys are stopped and people keep walking past you, nobody mentions the croaker. Nobody mentions. They mention some cries in the water, but just keeping their head down and continuing on. No mention of a giant toad. A few people in conversation. There are a few of them, actually. I need to roll for. Would somebody like to roll a d6 for me?
Sure. It's a 2.
That's a 2. There are a few individuals always traveling in groups of 2 or 3 that at least one of them has the same kind of ashy, sunken face that Augie has. The same regretful stare. And Augie's kept to himself. Helped out where he can, making camp simple things. But every time these folks come by, Augie's head snaps up and tracks them. Can be mid-conversation, and the head just snaps up. And the head just follows. Conversation continuing on as normal. Aldrich, it's happened once, at least once to each of you.
Mm.
That tracking with the head, but not the eyes. The eyes fight to stay locked onto you, but the head, like a compass needle pointing north, tracks these people. They never really come close. And you know when they're too far gone because Augie's head snaps back to meet his eyes. Now, Might Mouth. As we are approaching, it's the day before where this bridge should be. On the rough maps that you guys have found. The directions, a few signposts, a few locals that are trying to figure out what's going on, or traveling home from from my anthem alongside you and asking questions. Folks that know this route. Are you traveling by night or by day?
I'm gonna say by day is my cart. I feel it's safer hunkering down for the night, traveling by day, so we can talk to these other groups and trade with them, take their belongings, whatever we need to do. I just feel like it's safer.
Okay. The last farmer you spoke to, a man with no teeth, no shirt, and
No service.
one working tine on his pitchfork.
It's the middle one. Looks like this.
Gave you, as best as you could tell, another half mile that way. You can't miss it.
About that.
Half mile that way, yeah, I miss it. Yeah, kind of waves you off. That was 3 miles ago.
So do we think we've missed it yet? Or is he just an idiot?
Well, he didn't look like he was part of the brightest bunch that ever did come out of. Maybe he went to some sort of farming school. Where do they make farmers at?
They just come out of the
think the
ground, don't they?
fields.
Oh, do they grow like vegetables? That would make sense. They are very rooty of people. But he said it was just this way, and I mean, he's as trustable as anyone else.
We choose to say untrustworthy. At some point, we just need to make our way across.
How wide is this river that we're kind of going against?
The part you are at. I'll do a fortune roll real quick. The part you're
Somebody's
at
getting dysentery.
is wide.
Hmm.
It looks shallow. You're not. Aldrich, you are a bit of a city slicker.
Yeah.
It's wet. It is
And
twice
that's
as
an-
wide. Putting in your terms, it's twice as wide as the widest city street in Kahlo.
Hmm.
It is theoretically, assuming that the water is evenly spread and there's not like a bigger ditch in the bottom, you could take your horses across it.
I just don't think I don't think it's worth the trouble. I mean, you see that river is right too wide for us. This is it's a carriage after all. It isn't a ship by any means.
You saw how difficult it was for us to get food. We've sold off most of the extra by now. Thank you, Umram. We need to get to the mountains. There's no telling whether some idiot farmer has left their cows out this far. I don't think I could get that lucky again. Perhaps one more day this way, and if nothing pans out, we take our chances.
I don't know if the holiest on high will protect us again if one of those other creatures should appear. It came from the river. I'm skeptical that another one might not.
I prefer
Those
to stay on
strange
land.
times. Finally, a word of sense coming from the back.
Even with Umram's lost leg and whatever he can do now, I'm even worse than that. I can
And,
barely move as is. I'd rather.
Last thing we need is for all of this precious food that you have acquired, I will say, for it to make its way into the river somehow. But Jocelyn on the The carriage bolts say.
The water's shallow here, though. This could be, although it is wide, could be our best opportunity not to drown. How could one of those creatures exist in water this shallow? You saw how large it was. There's no way it could flatten itself that much, right?
But the question there is, Aldrich.
If I hadn't just left Callow.
Back. Back. Back.
Is that you,
One white
Umram?
mouth with a finger in its mouth. Back.
Back?
It sort of pulls the finger out. Celine, what color is Might Mouth's blood?
I would really like a purple that glows in the sun.
Let's see it.
Pulls the finger out, and what looks black, like the rest of the gums and everything, comes out and catches the sunlight and just almost hums. And turns and points back the way. Back. Back.
Looking at Celine.
Back.
Okay, why are you digging? Don't dig so far into your mouth like that. But why back?
Goes back in.
No,
Gets
no.
another dollop.
There's no going back. Unless we forgetting, we are being chased by creatures. Something else, I don't even know. It is only forward from here.
The way is back.
Might Mouth, I don't want to fjord the river either, but I don't know if back is the right way.
Way will come back. Way went away. Way will be back.
Somehow I'm starting to trust that farmer a little bit more.
It went away? There's no flooding.
And went away. Went away.
The bridge?
Way must come back. Just nodding. And the teeth start to click together in almost like
tiny chorus of
applause.
claps.
A tiny chorus. It's 1,000 cockroaches decided to stand up and applaud for you. In celebration that you got it.
Celine,
And-
please make sense of this.
I spent some time with Might Mouth. I understand more of what they're saying. I haven't heard of this before, but they seem to be more confident than the rest of us at this point. No matter what, I'm staying away from the water. Maybe just a few miles?
A few miles back?
A few miles back?
Y'all really do want to be eaten by whatever unholy things come out of the grounds. But
We're not
I will
going as far as the
capitulate.
branch.
I will capitulate for a few miles. But when we realize there was nothing there, we go forward and we put that city behind us. Can we make a deal there? It's on it?
We're
You're
not
wrong.
going as far back as the branch.
Agreed. That is way too far. And I fortunately do not want to come back up to that farmer again, just for him to point us in a different direction.
Fine. I'll agree to it. Umram, does your ghost leg have anything to say about this too? Since we're digging into the weirdness.
It comes out like a hand puppet. Hello.
Just a little middle finger.
No, I
Points away.
she's not much of a talker. She kicks something fierce, but she's not much of a talker. I think we're okay.
Fine.
And I'll start hushing the horses, hoo, ho, and start leading them, kind of doing this Yui.
A little bit of a time, get them spun around, making your way back, covering 1 mile, 2 miles, 2.5 miles. You feel it. You should be close. And there at the top of the hill where you just were, you see the silhouette of the farmer. Still standing there with his pitchfork, looking out. In the exact same place you saw him.
Look, here we are again. He hasn't even moved.
What's the sun doing overhead? Like, has time passed?
Time has passed. With this doubling back and the hike that you went on in during the day, you have about an hour left till sunset. It is Blades in the Dark, after all, not Blades in the Noonday.
Might Mouth, there's not much else I can do to convince them. Do you have any idea of how much further back?
Swear to God, if he says forward,
No, hold on. You see the farmer.
We're
This
going
guy-
forward anyway.
Like, my mom's like, and Augie pipes up. We should not go further. We should
Finally,
wait here.
What do we mean wait here for what?
For the way to come back.
Listen, I can stand it coming from that preacher thing, but you, Augie, come on, man. We have been close friends. What are you taking up his side for?
You're not still talking about those things you encountered? The crystals, right?
No,
Augie is
You
better.
know we're not going back that far.
I know. I just have a feeling that the way will show.
I paid you for
Yes,
a cryptic, but
The wood and the water are fighting.
oh, is that you, Umram?
The wood and water fight. They fight.
Personally, I'm on the side of the trees. At least they don't try to drown us.
They want other things.
What?
Use like mulch. And the teeth.
Look at Celine again. Like, please translate.
Might Mouth,
Sky.
you gotta help me.
Sky.
I'm gonna pull out
Sky is safe.
Sky is. I don't think we can fly. Can I try to use one of my bottles and spread it out in front of me in a way of where the bridge would be to see if I can see anything hiding in between realms?
Sure. Go. That sounds like a tune. That sounds like a tune to me. I'll give you an extra die for using an item.
Okay.
In the meantime, because this will take a minute or two. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm watching the farmer. Like, I want to see if he moves at all. Like, is he breathing? Can I tell that from here? What is he looking at? Like, what is the deal with that? Because that is triggering all sorts of alarm bells.
Okay. Aldrich, what are you up to?
I'm looking for a suitable place to park us down for the night. I'm looking at the sun. We have an hour till sunset. I don't really want to be traveling in the dark, like I had said. I don't want to stay at the farmer's farm, but maybe off the road somewhere.
Okay. So we rolled weird. That'll be controlled position. So that'll be easy peasy. I need to roll. Yeah, so controlled position. So from here, Sonnet, that would be controlled with low effect because you're so far away. You could get closer and risk it for sort of walk that line if he notices anything weird.
I would absolutely get closer.
Okay.
Trying to keep to the trees. Sneak along if I have to.
Sure. I can rock and roll with that. And Aldrich looking around, there's not really a good campsite. There were spots that the road does widen. And looking around, you kind of get the idea that this kind of looks like a street. This kind of has the markings of like you have traffic swinging wide. How wide is your curve so two carts can pass each other? But there is no sign of a bridge or any kind of crossing. No sign of a guard post, a torch post for folks to see the other end of the bridge. There's nothing. Celine, what'd you get?
That's a 6.
That is a 6. Okay. You get yourself, take out this bottle, reaching in. What color is the smear that you're spreading out?
This would be a light pink.
Okay. Sort of casting it out. Like you're casting out a fishing net. Just kind of spreading it wide to see what there is to see. Your spirits cling to objects of the living, paths that people have walked in life and followed in life. As you go and cast this spirit out, it clings to itself, congeals. That is how spirits are formed and trapped. And as you cast this pink out, it spreads, and you find you don't find a tower. You find footsteps walking out, following a gentle curve up and over the water. Another throw finds you footsteps. Just the footprints on just floating out above the water. And another set climbing what looks like stairs. But you don't see the stairs, you only see the footprints, but you see them tracked on top of each other. Gart, you're all criminals. You know what a watchtower looks like. There's only so many ways to build it as cheaply as possible. This looks like the paths people walk in a watchtower. But there's no tower. There is no bridge, only the shadows where they were. Sonnet, what'd you roll?
I got a 5.
A 5 in a risky position. As you walk closer to this farmer, seeing him standing, pitchfork not held exactly the way it was before. As you walk closer, you find, sort of sneaking closer, your foot catches on something about 10 feet away. It's the head of his pitchfork. Just the head. There are claw marks. Tiny scratches in the wood. In 2 places. Where the wooden pin slots in to secure the head of the pickaxe to the post. And the handle of the pickaxe itself in that sleeve. There are scratches, marks on it, all scraping down the sides. Or is it up? Is it up the sides? You look back up at the farmer. And you see his face. In the back of his head, you recognize the deep tan on the nose and the forehead. You recognize the eyes, alert, intelligent, but now they're terrified. And you notice the roots that have entangled him. It looks like he tried to run, but something has him in place. The eyes flick to you, and you hear, help me. Help me. And the front of the farmer turns, and you see a near perfect replica of the farmer you saw. Pitchfork in hand, the same single tine, but made of wood. The overalls he was wearing replaced with grass and leaves and branches. And as that cry for help starts echoing out as he is turned away from you, this wooden farmer begins marching down the hill at you.
I've got the owlish night vision mask down, and even from behind that, there's a very quiet shit.
It is mid-afternoon. That's going to be hella bright.
So the thing with the mask is that's what Sonnet wears while she's working. I feel like this would have been something established, like where we can turn on and off the night vision.
Yes, there's a dial on there.
Christoph.
Christoph made a tweak. It's fine. This farmer is making his way towards you. The steps are, for lack of a better term, wooden. Heavy. Thud. with a
Do I see
hollow note.
roots digging into
feet-
the ground with each step?
The
Anything
feet
like
are
that?
The feet are lifting off the ground, but only one at a time.
Okay.
So maybe.
How far am I from the rest of the crew?
Not terribly far. You could shout. Or if you hauled ass, you could get back to them. This gentleman is not moving quickly.
Kind of want to try and sway it by pointing to the river. Just like play up the faceless creature that I am and point toward the river with a knife or something. Just be like, that's your enemy, not me.
An interesting idea.
Because Might Mouth said that the trees or the wood and the river are fighting or something like that. It's like, okay, if they're fighting, that's the enemy right now, not me.
So we are the river. The river of dreamers.
This feels like a reference.
Go ahead. This is... If you're going to stay close to have this conversation, I will let you. Are you backing away?
No.
Cool. This will be risky. Risky position. With moderate effect.
This is a 5 for sway.
So you describe to me what's going on. What's happening?
I have kind of a poncho type cloak on. I've got the owl mask on. I'm not saying a dang word, but I am pantomiming toward the river in kind of the same way of like avert your eyes, guide your eyes this way, if you will, that kind of thing. Like, oh, the bridge is that way. Kind of the way he had pointed us.
It walks to you, sees you sort of gesture with that knife, swaps the pitchfork to the other hand, and you see as the pitchfork comes over that it is a single piece of wood again, and the tine is just one incredible sharpened stake. And it reaches out, points with that pitchfork.
Slow nod.
To war. And it scoops your arm in arm with you, and begins marching towards the water. The rest of you.
To war.
War.
See from this
Did
distance.
proclaim. I am on the side of the trees.
Congratulations, you
I
are the
said that
Lorax's bestie.
in the forest. So maybe it knows.
I heard.
The two of you looking and seeing these things that once were, that are gone now. I will say, Celine, this is recent. You are used to finding traces of the dead. This is less than a week. You're not exactly able to get time of death because of the sunlight causing problems for spirits in most cases.
Mm.
You're only getting the worn-in tracks. Like people walking the same path in a field. But this should be here. There's no debris, there's no rubble. There's nothing. And as the rest of you are looking around, Aldrich, you were looking for a place to park, place to set up camp.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're looking around, you notice that Sonnet is coming back, marching down the hill, arm in arm with the farmer.
All right, maybe they got some help.
Farmer that gave you the wrong directions, the moron.
Or maybe he's coming back. He's going to make it right. He's going to tell us exactly where this bridge is, and we are not going to have to wait on this side of the river tonight. And I'm going to kind of keep my expectations open for Sonnet and the farmer when they come back.
Okay. Making the way back. Celine, what would you like to do? What are you up to?
So I would like to have Might Mouth with me, and I'm testing these invisible steps. See if I can try to get onto this watchtower, or if it's just the footprints.
There's nothing. They're just in air. This is essence left over from when a structure was here. The way spirits follow where doors used to be and look like they're walking through walls. These are where people used to walk.
Okay, so you're right. It used to be here. What do we need to do to get it back?
Nothing from Might Mouth. As you
Real
look back,
selective, that fella.
you look back at Might Mouth. Its hands are covering its mouth.
Are you not?
No.
Listen, we believed you, but we can't go back with nothing. We're just gonna keep moving on with nowhere to go.
Oh no. Oh no. Through the cracks between those long-fingered hands, you see glowing purple.
Are you digging in your mouth again? You gotta be careful.
No. And to show you, Might Mouth pulls its hands away. The blood is dripping from its gums, and it's not until it holds its hands out to you, you see the tiny obsidian teeth that have started to fall out.
Whoa.
A really bad gingivitis.
Have you been to a dentist? We can't get this started right now.
I bit Toad.
Oh no.
He did bite the toad as we were leaving.
Toad.
You need to save him, Rom.
And you see this tongue sweep across. You see the gums rippling as if to make the teeth click or do something, but they're beginning to fall like hailstones.
Shoot. Is there any way to get past? I'm digging through my bottles. Can I paralyze it in any way?
as you're like digging through, you feel like a tap at your shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's Augie's hand holding a tooth. The bridge is coming.
How do you
It's coming
also know
back.
this? Soon we need to get them. We need to fix.
And Augie tosses the tooth. It tosses up, but it does not fall straight down. It goes up into the air and shoots about 10 feet over the water before becoming a parabola again, becoming affected by gravity, and then falls.
Into the sky. Okay.
The bridge will be back. We just have to wait.
Oh, we should at least get the rest ready.
Speaking of the rest, what you up to, Aldrich? Are you just
I'm
still waiting for them to come by?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Sonnet and the farmer to come by to
Sana, what
hopefully
you doing?
get an apologize from the farmer. Hopefully the situation has been corrected without my hand required.
Do I feel anything from the farmer, like arm in arm?
Just do what,
Are there
buddy?
any like roots trying to dig into me? Anything like that? I'm trying to
No.
play the part of a bird person. I'm from the sky. I'm neutral in all this, but we're going to war. I'm trying to play that angle.
The forest, that's the sky for help.
You have said that you are a
Nothing.
friend. You have indicated that you are a friend. You have no roots digging into you,
Excellent.
but the grip on you is formidable.
In that
It is
case.
an arm-in-arm lock,
Oh boy.
building this, like, if there were more of you, you'd seen guards do this and build a phalanx, where they can
Mhm.
wall off an area and use the weight and strength of each other to make an unbreakable chain. Right now, the chain is 2.
I am going to gesture to my crew that I am approaching with an arm wide to join me. Still not saying a freaking thing. I don't want this thing taking my face or my voice. I want to give it no fodder for that.
So to clarify, the farmer is being grown around and is facing backwards in this person. It is not.
Yes.
It is replicated, but yes, the farmer is still chilling in the back. He's sitting in the back of the Jeep, looking at the trunk, having a grand old time.
Mm-hmm.
You sort of gesture in this like. Is it a welcoming? Is it just kind of a like chill and friendly vibe?
Chill and friendly. We vibing. Little uncertain, but I'm trying to push past that. Sort of a join me, friends. We're going to war. Woohoo! Little pep in the step. Trying to really play up that I am in no way, shape, or form regretting any of this.
Good, as it should. Aldrich, when's the last time you saw Sonnet with a spring in their step?
Well, not in at least a couple of days that we've been traveling together. This is out of character for Sonnet.
Go, yeah. Do you want? Is that enough to make you take a closer look?
Yeah, I'll look.
Yeah. That
It appears they're walking towards the river and not coming back to camp.
they've like they're kind of splitting that distance, but then the two of them do veer as they get like sort of down the hill towards where the banks are. They do start to turn towards
It is
the
off-putting
water.
having to make me walk somewhere else. I do not wish to leave my cart.
So yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and
Say study survey.
I could see study or survey.
I'm gonna do study.
Yeah, I would do. I can also see study because that's much more your wheelhouse.
We'll say 3.
A 3. From a controlled position, so that you can push. You'd have to get off your cart in order to get a better view. And
That's
make it
a big ask. Stay on my cart and look out and see what I can see.
There's pep. Maybe there's good news.
All right. I guess Umram, you're in charge of the cart. I'm going to see what Sonnet's up to.
Okay.
The uncharacteristically going at an uncharacteristic speed, uncharacteristically towards the river. And I'm going to kind of hop off of my cart and as pridefully as I can, with my, my father's Cossack and thing like that, kind of picking up the skirt that is the bottom of it and walking at an accelerated pace to meet up with Sonnet, hopefully before they get to the river. Kind of overtake them, see what's going on.
Okay. As you approach, Sonnet, you see Aldrich trundling towards you with chest leading with his chest. Looking as if he's about to come start asking some questions. Anything you'd like to do before the intersection? Because the tree, the former farmer, you are sort of walking at this oblique angle to each other, and you are on the side. You have the first line. You're blocking Aldrich from this thing's line of sight.
If I try to pause my step, do I get pulled forward? How does it react if I try to slow down for a second?
If you taking a second kind of a stumble kind of a thing, you are pulled. You falter a step, and that grip does not change. The arm that is clinging onto you carries you forward.
I see. So if I were to make even more exaggerated, like, arm out, come join the line type motion, while trying to pause a moment, it would continue to pull me.
It would, yes. Right now it will continue to just drag you along.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to gesture to Aldrich toward the river as well with my knife in that hand. I'm going to say my left hand. Kind of almost a bow motion, like that arm across type.
I think we've established I have no desire to go towards the river. If you would only hold up for a moment that we may speak.
Nope. We're continuing with the pep in the step.
Sonnet, excuse me, Mr. Farmer. Whatever, I understand you grew out of the ground, but that does not give you the right to just walk away from me. I'm speaking to you.
Hand waving with the knife as a shoo-shoo.
Feet, stop. Turn. That whole trunk turn.
See, now I'm trying to keep walking. No dice? Can't keep it
Go
moving?
ahead. Ooh, that's a good one.
You're just so eager to get to the river and start fighting water as a concept.
Go ahead.
Can I sway this one?
Wait until you tell the farmer guy that you're like 70% water. He's gonna flip shit.
He's gonna have a bad time.
That's medicine I'm not familiar with.
Forcing the issue. Let's try sway.
Try sway? Okay.
I'll do sway or consort.
That is only a 2.
And that's this. Sorry, let me I'll let you do a reroll because this will be. This is definitely risky. So yeah. 2, you will suffer harm, a complication. You end up desperate, or you lose this opportunity.
If I push myself, take 2 stress,
Add a die.
add a die. Or do you have any bargains for me? What kind of bargains you got? Something in the bargain bin.
No bargains. No bargains.
No
You're just gonna have
bargains?
to push this one.
All right, fine. That's even worse.
Okay.
Still
so
only a
you
2.
you try to pull.
Gonna
And
like
then
tilt
you-
the head, gesturing toward the river with the knife again. Like, come on, aren't we doing this in front of the farmer thing?
You are turned, and as this thing turns, it sort of stops and finishes the turn. You're trying to pull on it. It is locked in, and that grip is beginning to become much worse. And you feel something worming against
don't like
your
that.
skin.
Don't like that. Is this harm then?
Not harm. You are in a very desperate position for any of your for any upcoming rolls.
Cool.
As the farmer
What?
turns.
What
To-
is the deal with our equipment? Are we carrying over things from last time? Like I had armor, anything like that?
You'll still have a lot of you'll have your regular equipment load. If you haven't used it all at this point. Aldrich. And as part of that, the real farmer's face is turned away from Aldrich as the tree farmer turns to meet, sort of bringing Sonnet with it. And
Hopefully, my colleague has explained to you that your directions were of not inconsequential help.
that
we are
timed
hoping that
point is leveled at your chest as you approach.
and I'll kind of look behind me to see if there's like a bridge or something behind me. What are you pointing at me for? You're the one that gave faulty directions. I have no fault of your own. I understand that travelers come through here. You look pretty aged.
I'm pointing my knife at him as well.
Excuse me. What sort of cahoots is going on here? I hope you're not
And
planning on
with-
leaving us for
on that
this
cahoots
farmer.
question. On that cahoots question, we cut away to Celine, Augie, and Mightmouth. Mightmouth is now missing all of their teeth. And Augie has collected every single one of them. And aside from the one that Augie threw, squirreled them away in a pocket. What are you looking to do?
Looking to get back to the crew, to the cart. Mightmouth, you might not like this. You know what I did for Umran. I want to see if we can try something for you. And I'd like to take my last major spirit and see if I could do something similar.
And give spectral teeth.
Spectral teeth. I finally learned how to talk with Mightmouth. I can't let them lose this already.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's going to take some time. That's just something I'd like to do if you want to hold off on that.
So if you want to
my
do it
idea.
right now, if you want to do it right now and get Mightmouth's help with this, that feels pretty desperate to me.
Mm-hmm.
You are welcome to do so. But looking out as you reach into your bag for the spirit, you see Sonnet arm in arm with the farmer, and the farmer has a pitchfork, that long, sharp tine leveled at Aldrich's chest. Umram has stepped away from the cart and is making their way closer. But it is a slow, cautious, hands-up approach.
Shit, bud. I'll get to you, but we gotta make it over with them first. I'm sorry.
A lot of gumming noises. And Honky goes, "It's okay. I saved them for you for later. They'll be home again soon."
Oh, you're so strange. Okay, don't lose them. So what
And
I'd
the
like...
head... Oops, sorry, go. Yeah, no, go.
Oh, sorry.
I talked too much.
What I'd like to do is, in this case, use a spirit to try to battle what's inside the farmer. In this case,
So
just
from this
lose
distance,
control.
you don't know what... The farmer looks perfectly normal at this
You're
distance
right.
to you.
Yeah.
Because the former farmer is in the back. And none of you have seen the back except Sonnet. This just looks like the Sonnet and the
Right.
farmer are pulling a fast one on Aldrich.
Yeah, in this case, just getting closer, surveying what I can make of this.
Go ahead. How close do you want to get?
We'll say within 20 feet.
Okay. You are approaching. Also from behind Aldrich. Are you trying to not be hidden? Or are you trying to be hidden, I should say?
Trying to be hidden.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and sneak for me.
You're probably small enough to get fit under my skirt. I'll hold it out.
This is I will give you a controlled position because this, you're in a good spot for it.
I'm not lying. That's another 6.
Okay. You are able to sneak up and kind of sneak a little bit off to the side. And so you hear, and Umram is kind of coming up directly behind Aldrich. Aldrich, with this farmer leveling this pitchfork at you. Not saying anything, but sort of tilting. He's tilted his head.
Mm-hmm.
And then sort of looks over to Sonnet. And then back to you.
I'm gonna scooch my knife into my hand and offer the hand. Like, you could join me. Like, the knife tip goes down, holding onto the handle. Hand outstretched. An invitation.
Are you with us?
Says the farmer?
Says the farmer in a voice that he did not have about 6 miles ago.
Just like gently nod yes.
I'm not sure exactly what us is. That is my compatriot. I still do believe I'm with them, if that counts. I don't know you too much, sir.
The head turns And for the first time, Aldrich, you see on the back of the head isn't quite right. It's a little too lumpy. And you see a panicked eye. You see the white, wide terror of a human eye. Back just right behind where the ear should be. And you see the roots sort of holding it in place.
On second thought, I completely understand. Yes, we are together, the three of us. We can do whatever we need to do. Sonnet, if you'll come here, maybe we can discuss exactly what we're doing over at the river. I'd like to sway the tree farmer in hopes that it will release Sonnet to my custody.
Go ahead and roll sway. This is risky, but if anything, if you fail, Sonnet will be the first to suffer the consequences.
Oh, that's fine with me.
I'm gonna turn toward the farmer, like look at it dead on, and kind of tilt the head a little bit.
That is a 5 and a 1, so 5.
A 5. You do it, but there's a complication. Sonnet, you feel that grip tighten for a second and then release.
2, 3, release.
I need a quick resistance roll.
Sonnet, if you'll come over here, perhaps we can talk about our next moves. Exactly what's going on with this tree, this farmer here.
Sonnet, I need resistance prowess, please.
So remind me, I just use.
It's the
how many dice for that?
The first column of pips before to the left of the line. As many of those, if you have a pip in each of those, that's how many dice you roll.
That's a 6.
That is a 6. You, like, that squeeze releases, and you very quickly feel that you feel a bite through your clothes. But you very quickly and surreptitiously sort of shake your arm, and you feel something pop free. And fall out your sleeve and onto the ground.
Can I take a quick look to see what dropped while I step over?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to roll for that?
No, I'm giving this to you for free. I'm trying to think of how best to describe it.
Incredible.
Have
Devil's Caltrip.
Every fall, and I believe they're mostly found on maple trees. Those little helicopters.
Samaras, yeah.
It looks like that. But you've never seen one with teeth before.
Mm-hmm.
Or small legs. As this thing spirals to the ground and lands, you take a quick glance down as you watch it right itself. That fan blade, like a shark fin, scuttle off through the grass. You have been released, and you've dodged an unpleasant future.
As I step away from it out of its grip, I'm gonna do like the most dancey flourish I can. Just really playing up that I am literally anyone but Sonnet at this moment. Little fool's bow to Aldrich.
Finally, the respect I deserve. Please, come over here.
Sister Willow. Brother Ash. we march to war.
And with
The
that,
war.
I'm gonna knife toward the river again.
To war. To
To
war.
war.
Exactly. That is exactly what we were setting up to do. Unfortunately, my dear friend Sonnet left all of her weapons back in the cart. We'll have to go get them. Besides that knife, that diddly little knife.
Gonna pat around myself, like, wait, where is it? Where is it?
Play of this farce.
Yeah.
If you were to head off on down to the river, we'll join you. I'll get the rest of my our crack squad, our team, and we'll join you down by the river, and we'll take the fight to them.
Go ahead and roll. That sounds like a sway to me.
Since I'm assisting with this, does this count as setup?
I would give you with this. I would give you an improved I will give you an improved position. I will keep you at risky.
Okay, let's do that.
And then, Celine, you have snuck around and seeing this conversation, hearing this one-sided banter. Umram has sort of caught up and is quietly just like observing what the fuck is happening. What did you roll there?
I got a
Aldrich?
6 and a 3, so
A 6. So that is a 6. Fantastic. Do you hear, Celine, as this conversation is happening, you hear this creaking groan come from the farmer that does not sound like a noise a human should make.
All right, stay quiet.
Go quickly.
Oh, as quickly as possible. Of course, that is what we are known for. How quick we are.
The rest will be here soon to fight.
Good. They got their orders then. I'm
The
excited to
stones
see.
return soon. We must be ready.
I am hating the stones recently. I found a pebble in my shoe on the way here. Sonnet, if you will come with me quickly.
With Aldrich.
So, Aldrich, I need another sway because as you say,
Absolutely.
the stones, I'm hating the stones. The head whips back to you.
Perhaps not too much hate. That is a 4 and a 3 for 4.
4. We do not fight the stones, brother.
Sorry, I apologize. I did not mean in an open fight. I mean, you ever have a sibling? I don't know if like a sister tree that just kind of gets on your back. You don't. I don't really hate them. It just is an expression of my emotional state. Of course, we are strong with the brothers. We are.
I've
with
looped
the films.
arms. I'm trying to pull him back toward the cart.
Yes.
The pitchfork comes up.
My second cousin is a boulder. So I really can't. I have a lot of rock friends.
My best friend is a granite shelf.
My best friend is actually in the cart. He's a little bit gray. He's kind of like a stone. But like I said, we'll get our weapons and we'll come and join you. It was a turn of phrase. I apologize.
We fight best together. I will join you, and so will she. And that pitchfork is pointing back at the woods, that tree line. And a much larger tree. Humanoid, but much rougher hewn. Shaped rather than grown in this. Lumbers from the tree line. And you can't see over the hill, but back at 3 miles you came, the trees are shaking and moving. Something else is coming out.
Well, I'm
further
glad
down
to see the
road.
whole family is coming out. I haven't seen some of them in quite some time.
Still pulling.
Yeah, let's go. Let's all head out.
I'm just so excited to get my weapons and fight the river.
Exactly.
Let's go!
Oh, the river. Yes, we're fighting the river. I had forgotten. I
Celine,
had
you
just
I'm not saying
fought a
it's still-
lagoon on the way
Celine,
here.
you remain unnoticed in all this tomfoolery. As you have kind of skulked off to the side. As they walk past you, your three companions, Augie and Mightmouth are not behind you.
This whole time, okay. Stay quiet. Be careful.
You look back.
Oh, you've got to be
Alone.
kidding me. This entire time, I'm shaking a bottle. There's this smoke building up inside of it in case I need it. Damn it.
You know, sort of looking around, you look back and you see this tree farmer walking away, and you can see the eyes of the other farmer still in it, looking back at you, desperate, pleading. The jaw is unhinged, and what looks like a root has worked its way through and broken the mandible, and it is just swinging half out. But you can still see the tongue moving, trying to form words.
And I don't see these other two that I was with.
The other two look like they've scurried back to the cart. Actually, they look like you see them heading back to the cart. Go ahead and give me...
Mhm.
I'll give you a study or a survey.
Study, please.
Study?
4.
4. Is you're watching Mightmouth kind of being carried by Augie. Augie's head down, sort of looking up around, and then snap. The head looks directly at you. The eyes do not follow you, but that head is locked onto your position. As they run, Augie's head does not veer from you. Mightmouth is kind of scrabbling and has to suddenly lead someone who can barely see where they're going. The two of them kind of blunder around. And
Not quick enough as is, so I need to keep sneaking.
Okay.
I feel bad. Awful for the farmer, but there's not much I can do alone, so I need to follow Sonnet and Aldrich as quick as I can.
You following behind the spook, the slowly being lignified farmer.
Yeah. Yep, following behind, just trying to meet up with them eventually.
Okay. That sounds like a sneak to me. You are in desperate condition because you are sneaking up on a warrior.
Two twos.
The farmer, what's left of him, sees you step up from sort of the edge of the water, shaking this bottle, and the light is barely there in those eyes. You can see where the veins would feed into the eyes are now dark brown with green. And as you watch, the jaw just kind of clicks and falls down to about the middle of the back, where it just kind of lands, and you see branches and vines reach up and subsume it. But there's enough air in those lungs. There's enough life in those eyes Let your and the tree creature stops, dead in its tracks, and whips to you and points the pitchfork at you. There's a split second of hesitation, and then it advances and is going to take a shot at it, just step up and like stabbing into a hay bale, takes a stab at you with this. I need a resistance roll.
How
This will be
far away
skirmish.
are we?
You guys have sort of been leading this charge. You could run over and assist, but not before this stab happens.
Okay. I'm gonna start running towards Celine.
1.
1. Ah, delicious.
No! Rolling ones is my job. How dare you?
I got too lucky with 3 6s. It was coming.
Oh dear.
So you're gonna take on a 1.
You got any equipment?
Not really. I'm going light.
I thought we were all running heavy since we had the cart.
Yeah, you guys should be heavy.
I'm on heavy.
Oh, okay.
Really trying to help you as best I can.
No, I appreciate it. I threw together a new sheet, so I didn't have that marked.
So, unfortunately, on a 1, this is going to be a level 2 harm, I think. So, this one on your character sheet, you have like that 1, 2, 3. This will be a level 2.
Okay.
You've been impaled.
Which is one time.
Just one time, but it has jabbed clean through your chest. It is the center of your chest, where your heart is. Just thunk, clean through on a 1. That is why it is a level 2 harm.
Okay.
You are currently impaled to this pitchfork. And this thing has pushed up and is walking you, starts to like push back, get close to you, and is nose to nose with you right now. The rest of you doing? Celine, or Sonnet, you said you were running over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you can make this thing over. It is nose to nose with Celine.
I'm gonna wrap an arm across the shoulders like nothing is wrong. And just like, buddy, this is my bestie right here. Kind of a placating hand toward the tree creature.
Okay. You're gonna try and, or what are you trying to calm it down?
Trying to claim Celine as one of ours.
Okay, this is gonna be desperate.
It sure is.
Desperate sway. Let's rock and roll.
Desperate sway.
I'm gonna give it one step down of effect. This is moderate effect, so even a crit is going to not necessarily save everybody's bacon.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna push myself. Another 2 stress. Glad I did, because that's a 6.
Okay. Let me just.
So you can feel a little bit of pressure from my hand on your shoulder. Like, don't screw this up.
We had a good thing going with the trees.
Oh no.
Interesting. Okay. So you got a 6 in that position. As I rapidly relearn how this fucking game works sometimes. I'm glad I'm not the
trying my
only one
hardest.
who's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
I'm trying so hard.
Tried so hard. I got so
So
far.
honest.
So Sonnet, you can
In
also
the
see like
end.
I am just like bottles in both arms, like different pieces of art that I'm pulling throughout my robes. Like I'm a second away from using one of them.
With that sort of pull, the tree sort of keeps that spear leveled, but lessens the pressure and sort of pulls you back up to your feet. Which brother are you?
Not brother, sister, or
I'm pointing up at the trees desperately.
You are Stone Kin.
I am. I am.
Go ahead and make sway. We're gonna put you in a desperate position, but at a +1 effect.
Does this count as a setup
Uh,
to improve the position?
with this setup, so because I realized I did not give you the negative. Technically, there would be another consequence.
I see.
Because of the assist that you gave, I'm giving that as a like turning your desperate into an actual success.
I see.
So
It's another six.
You undid my thing. Oh,
This.
I get to mark XP for that too.
yes.
Desperate.
Oh right.
And also, yes, you get XP for that because it is desperate.
Nice.
Forgot I should get one for Prowl then.
Sister Stone. Will she join us this night?
Yes. If you release me. Oh,
Spear is removed. You are
don't
wetter
remove the
than
stabbing.
most
No.
of your kin. Your wound is not bleeding. Change that impaled on your sheet to root touched, please.
touched.
Root touched.
Is there a hole?
There is still a hole.
Still a hole just
Clean through your clothes, your chest, and out the back. And it
Oh.
is not healing. It is not like knitting itself close like Wolverine or Deadpool or any of that. It is just
Yeah.
an unbleeding. Yeah, you're not just like, oh, look, CGI. It is, there is still a hole in your chest.
Teeth gritting. What do you need me to do?
lead the stones, as I am here to lead mine. You lead yours.
I will.
To war, sister.
To war, brother.
Sort of looks. It takes a few steps back as the large the large elm trundles through the forest and stands behind, and now you can see all down this waterway. Every 50 yards is another old tree. With the further you get down this into the wilderness, the less weaponry you recognize, the less they have the shape of people. Willow, Ash, join me. We are the first wave.
Will the first wave, lest we forget, requires the weapons from the cart. If we could make our way over that way. Sister Stone, you and your people should be arriving shortly to assist in the war effort against the river. You're going to need your weapons from the cart.
Of course, I found some new tactics towards the river. My people
hopefully sneaking is not one of them.
Nope. An all-out battle, I think, is best at this case.
Yes, to give ourselves completely to the war effort. Perhaps we should head that way, and Aldrich will kind of continue on towards the cart.
The wind picks up.
Oh, the wind joined the battle.
Rustling through all these trees, all these crowns and canopies set to rustle. It's a chant. It is a war chant. This entire forest is ready to make war. Back at the wagon. As all three of you are heading back, all three of you make your way back to the wagon. Escaping the notice of most of these trees for now.
Is the tree farmer still following us?
Tree farmer has sort of split the distance. Is not in the cart with you, but is like a small ways off.
Okay.
Awaiting this conversation. Awaiting you to return. As you come over, Augie's head is snapped to... you realize, Celine, it's not tracked on you. It's tracked on where you were standing. It is facing a very specific point in the river. I'm going to start a clock. It's a 4-segment clock. At the end of those 4 segments, the tree will come investigate.
Not to point out the obvious, but it is probably in our least best interest to be joining a war between the trees and the river? With the stones helping? I'm sorry, but did I fall asleep? Is this a dream? Did I wake up in one of the countless childhood stories my mother used to read to me to bed?
Well, it seems like your friend knows more about this than I thought they would.
And that is also curious, Augie, where are you coming with this information? This bridge that is not here, that we cannot see, but it will be here soon? I expect that out of Might Mouth over there. Probably less might now. But from you, Augie, I've known you all my life. You have never talked or mentioned your ability to see anything beyond what is seeable.
A head staring out, the eyes sort of looking back. Aldrich, I don't know either. It just... It just feels... right? I know where the bridge will be. I know where.
The better question is, when will it be there? Because they're all gearing up for a battle. I don't know if you can hear it in the wind, but they are crying for death. And I'm not really sure how a bunch of trees fights a river, but I'm not sure I want to be there to find out. If this bridge comes here soon, we might be able to take it and avoid this conflict entirely.
The bridge... No, not the bridge. The parts of the bridge. The stones went home. But they're coming back. They're coming back.
And are we rightfully choosing the correct side? Not that it really matters, but in the case of if we're trying to cross this river, I am not too fond of being at odds with it. What say you, Sister Willow?
I just turn that owlish face toward him.
Who?
Tilt the head a little. What does the river seem to be doing through all of this?
I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah, is there like river warriors coming out?
Go ahead and give me a study check, please.
Can I make this a survey?
I'll give you a survey.
Thank you. That's 6.
That is a 6.
My dice are trading off,
From a
and
control
I'm okay with
position.
this.
The river,
107.3.
seeming flat, wide, moving, has turned to glass. There is no movement. The wind rushing overhead does nothing. There are no ripples. There are no fish. Places where the water was rushing over rocks and causing eddies and little whirls of turbulence. Smooth as slate. It's waiting for something. This whole thing has this dreaded anticipation to it that leads. You felt something similar in Kahlo. This building, this tension. Something has to happen. Not can, not should. Must happen here. And you are stuck right in the middle of it. With that survey, looking out, you notice the mountains further south. Across, your gaze drifts up above the trees over there. Those trees do not seem to be moving in the same way. Those ones seem to be following the nature of the wind. But there are animals on the shore, not drinking, watching. And you watch as several pieces of mountaintop detach and begin to move.
I told you, I'm on the side of the trees.
And with all due respect, if this was a more opportune time for you to express these beliefs, believe me, I'd be the first to say go out there and get them. But we are running for our lives from Callow. This is not the time nor
And
the
now
place.
we are part of an army bigger than ourselves. Who
Physically
better help
bigger,
keep us
correct.
Safe.
I am sure did not sign up for a draft.
There are creatures in the water that these things hate.
And then let them hate them. They have, well, one of them did, but
If we're
most
on
of them
their
have not wronged me
side,
in my
they'll
life.
keep us safe.
Will they?
Is there more water
Say?
in this world, or those of the trees?
Even the mountains we're heading toward are joining in.
Who knows what alliances they have? What if there is a firbolg or a giant of some kind, a storm giant that comes down off of them hills and is joining the side of the water?
Then they
Did
will
anybody
know.
interview the thunder?
That we were on the right side of this.
Is there a right side? How can you live without the water? How can you live without the trees? We are but small, lesser creatures to these things.
Would you
and
like to parlay with the
I
river?
truthfully don't think I'd like to get out of here. Is
Earlier.
what I'd like.
And let's do that.
That is why I didn't want to go through it. I wanted to go over it. That is why I asked
And
that
how do we
fine
do
farmer
that?
friend.
With a bridge made of
With the dead bodies of the trees?
our new
I
compatriots.
don't know if they'll sign up for that. Compatriots. One of them stabbed poor Celine over here. They have a hole right through him. I should say Sister Stone. There's a hole
Sister
right through
Stone.
him.
These two are arguing, and you feel these two are deeply involved in this conversation with each other. But as you're sitting there, you notice Augie's pocket moving, swinging, tugging towards the water.
I move over.
Augie himself is sort of almost being pulled out, leading with his head. There they are. And the eyes, for the first time, lock forward with the direction of the head. They're coming.
Do Do
they
we?
beautiful?
Augie. Listen. When do we go? Do we need to lead?
What? I'm gonna need. Augie's not paying attention. Augie is entranced.
Raptured.
Enraptured is another good one, yes. What would you... You're going to need to do something to snap him out of it. As a second clock on this will be filled.
Not answering. I'm upset. I'm starting to push. I need an answer.
Okay. What do you do to push?
Push him.
Or
Yeah.
what do you're getting a physical?
Getting physical. Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and
Energy as
skirmish.
I have.
Give me skirmish.
Ooh. 4.
4. Okay. I'm gonna make that risky. As you push Augie, and like with that sort of forward tumble, Augie's already off balance, takes this tumble out of the cart and breaks that focus. Lands on his back, head up, and the eyes look to you. And the sadness is back.
Augie, I need an answer. What are we doing?
The mountain called them home and is sending them out again.
Okay. Enough with the riddles. When do we move? Do we need to go now? Or do we wait?
They will expect a greeting at the water. I will greet them.
Okay, not... Okay.
I can greet them.
How does my mouth look right now?
I'm so glad you asked.
Gum mouth.
Gum mouth. Also in a trance?
No, not entranced. Looking back to my mouth, all of you hear clicking again. But it's different. It's not this high, rustling clicks. It's a talk, talk, talk sound. And you're starting to see new teeth growing in.
Oh.
Talk, talk, talk. In White Mouth. Oh no. No. Wrong. Bad. Wrong. Bad. And as they grow, they curl. Misshapen. You're seeing all kinds of teeth, especially you, Sonnet. You know what all these teeth look like. You recognize carnivore teeth, herbivore teeth, all manner of teeth. There are too many to be fitting in this very wide mouth, and they are jamming together, pushing slowly growing and pushing each other out of the way. And Might Mouth is beginning to panic. Umram sort of reaches up and pulls Might Mouth. Go, get back in the cart. Stay. Sort of trying to bring them back, forcing Might Mouth back into one of the coffins where it can sleep, where it can stay hidden and just not be a problem. I need somebody to roll for me. Just a d6.
Got it. Oh, I heard somebody else roll.
That was me. I'm rolling for my
I got a 1.
1. Umram.
Why do you hate my mouth, Evan? Why?
Umram is not winning this fight. Might Mouth almost is is on the cusp of breaking free. As all this is happening, the wind is picking up. Home. And you're hearing syllables in it. The ground begins to shake in both directions. I don't think any of you have been around a cavalry charge or an avalanche, but the two are very similar.
I do remember a particular mass in which the people flooding to get out of said mass was sort of like a cavalry charge. But
What would
back to the topic at hand, we have no means in fighting the water. What help do you possibly think we could provide? Assistance do you think we could provide to these lumbering trees, these mountain tops? We are but people. People are destructible.
I go to pick up Augie off the ground. He knows. He can speak.
Speak to whom? Whom have we not spoken to already? That needs spoken to?
The spirits of the lands.
Augie, if
Aldrich, there is so much that we've gotten wrong all this time. There's so much we've done wrong.
I prefer to take that up with my creator, if you do not mind. We have a lot to talk about, whether right or wrong.
These are not This is what it should have been.
All right, that is of no help to me, Augie. I love you, buddy, but you are better to me probably inside one of these coffins. Not dead, but just protected away, of course. My vote, like they are about to go to this battle or whatever, my vote is we wait it out. We wait for the bridge to appear, if it does or if it does not, and we take it as soon as we possibly can. Ride it to the other side and continue on our way. Verjana is not that far from there. We live, we go on.
I agree.
We stay, we lose it all.
I'm afraid we might have to join forces to make it in time.
The trees and the stone will remember your cowardice.
You can call it cowardice all you want. I call it survival. Is a deer trying to get away from a snake any less survival than this? I doubt it. We are not meant for this fight. We are not built for this fight. We are wayward souls lost, trying to find the light.
A deer will stomp and shred a snake in the field.
We'll say a baby deer, a small deer, the ones they write the books about. The ones that don't fight back. Those are the ones that I'm talking about. The fawns, you know. They do not know better because they are not better equipped.
As the
Sonnet has
rumbling...
been... Oh,
Go for it, Sonnet.
I was going to say, Sonnet has been digging through around the cart, apparently looking for something, and will eventually pull out a shovel that has a sharpened edge to it that she stashed there. This is
Okay.
my unusual weapon.
Okay.
Gonna kind of plant the shaft end of it into the ground with finality. Do as you see fit. But I will make sure I am on the right side of things.
Augie stands up, walks over to the shovel. You stand with the trees then, sister?
I said it before.
And Augie takes his hands out, grabs the shovel behind the head, where the metal wraps around the actual shaft of the handle. And with the most strength you have seen from him since the incident with the crystal in the forest, snaps the head off, tosses it back in the wagon. They will grow it again. And Augie turns, looks at everybody in the wagon. I will speak to them. I will make a bridge. They asked to fight with us. Points to Celine. I will do this for you, but you owe me.
Yes. Whatever I can do to get them fixed.
Aldrich, my friend. You are the only one unchanged by this.
Unchanged I will remain. You have always been an unscrupulous one, Augie, finding friends and always in the weirdest places. You remember little Ralphie Thompson? He was that small boy from Feeders. Remember back when we were younger? He was such a little weirdo. I always remember, but you always said he was a good friend of yours. And And I'm not sure how it relates to this. I still do remain unchanged, but if I am outvoted, I am outvoted. It takes a village to cross this river. You may sit up front with me, Augie, and you may talk to them, but if there is a bridge and it does arrive, I am telling you now, I am taking it as soon as possible. My cart and all who are on it. I am not built for fighting. You know this better than anyone. I would talk the other kids into fighting for me. I've never been.
Looks around at the other members in the cart. That has not changed either. Do you remember what happened to the little rascal?
Last I remember, he was still living with his parents. 40 years old. I hadn't heard much from him since. Since grade school, anyway.
It's because you never spoke to him. Only
That is true.
me.
That is true.
So
Social
remember
ranking.
this, Aldrich. Remember this. And remember to come speak with me from time to time. Pulls himself up. Dusts himself up, and you hear as he wipes dust and sort of flakes off. And Augie offers a hand to Sonnet. To war.
Head nod. Hand in hand. To war.
These two step out of the cart. Greeted by the wooden farmer. Pitchfork at the ready. Just you two.
I'm gonna look back to the companions.
Aldrich will get to the front of his cart and start shimmying the horses towards the water edge, the direction that everybody is kind of moving towards. For when this bridge appears, up until that point, I guess Aldrich will try to do his best, and he'll stick around in as centralized location as possibly could for everybody to join him. But if the bridge appears, he's going to start to take it.
Go ahead and give me sway. Let's see how well you're selling that you're not going to bolt, because
I'm going to push myself, and I'll take 3
I'm
die.
gonna give you help, too. My final stress point before trauma. Sonnet speaks up to the tree man. They are more support than direct.
even the forest needs its weeds.
2 6s, a 5, and a 2.
Fan-fucking-tastic. With that 6, going up in that going up from risky to controlled, if no one else in the cart has anything to add, you can cover for the cart. Like, the cart is now like as part of the war wagon. You have thrown it off in any suspicion.
If we paint it red, I think it goes faster.
It does go faster. If you paint it purple,
Purple means they can't see us.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
know a thing.
There's a reference. There's a
There we
good
go. We're
reference.
getting it.
We're getting there. Next up, Star Wars.
Not a shot.
So inside, are you in the wagon still, Celine?
Real quick, that was a critical success since it was more than 1 6.
Yes, it was.
2 6s, a 5, and a 2.
So
Yes,
that's
that is
an extra benefit.
that is the increased effect that it's covering
Okay.
for the whole wagon,
Just checking.
as opposed to having like currently Might Mouth and Umram are still struggling in the back.
Okay.
Struggling to
So-
contain how much they want to fight the river.
That's been like the
Hold me
vibe.
back.
It's like the wagon is rocking because we're ready to fuck up this body of water.
And that's
We're
what
ready-
I'm doing. I'm still on the wagon trying to help Might Mouth, calm them as much as possible.
These teeth continue to grow, and as you are watching, they are falling out as they grow. Like shark teeth, they're growing from the back and just like pushing forward and then just plopping out onto the floor. It's starting to sound like rain.
In this case, I would like to see if I could try to use my Major Spirit. And in this
Yes.
and trying to build them their own spectral teeth. These are parts of gears. These tools used to be used as shadow scenes, shadow sculptures. Just pieces of metal that when light is shown on top of it is a figure of two people placed behind. One is Eloise, one of my dear friends that I would get help with and help with investments. And the other is the artist himself who created this sculpture. And using these pieces of tools and gear as the new teeth that Might Mouth can chatter on.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a tune for me, my friend. This one will be desperate.
Okay.
However, so are you trying to just contain this growth, or are you trying to fix it?
Looking to fix it. Stop this
Okay.
continued growth as well as letting them use these pieces of metal.
Okay. So before you give me a number, I'm gonna offer you a bargain.
Okay.
If I will let this move to a risky, instead of desperate, so a failure. Actually, have you already looked at your dice that you rolled?
That's what I was going to ask. If you'd like me to, I could re-roll again.
This one I'd love a reroll.
Okay, that's fine.
If you want the risky bargain. So I will, trying to fix this problem. Might Mouth is itself a magical creature. There is currently another form of magic acting on it. Introducing a third is generally ill-advised. So I'll give you a deal. I'll move this to a risky roll. But on a 4 or 5, the spirits inside the teeth are destroyed. On a failure, like you will need a 6 in order to keep the spirits alive here. On a 4 or 5, the spirits are destroyed. On a 1 or a 3, things will be worse.
Yes, I will take that.
Okay.
I want this to just, in a way, sure, using an extra form of magic, but in a way to just combine the last
Solve
two.
this
So
problem.
It's just
Okay.
my mouth.
Just Might Mouth. Okay.
How dare you?
It's a tune. I'm not expecting any significant problems here.
That was a 2, 2 5s, and a 6.
Beautiful work. 2 sets of hands. One familiar, older, calluses on the fingers from knitting, and other older folk hobbies. Another set of hands dipped in inks and oil and grease. The hands of a maker. There are 2 kinds of magic at work here in Might Mouth's mouth, but there are 3 sets of hands at work against it. Eloise's hands carrying, cradling. How many grandkids have lost teeth, and she had coached them through it. The artist seeing what can be made out of this. These are familiar pieces. How can they be used differently? And yours, Celine, feeling this thing inside Might Mouth, this thing that Might Mouth has been fighting tooth and claw since they took a bite of the croaker tongue. This fibrous itch that you, with the help of your spirits, remove, pulling not at the flesh itself, but at the spirit beneath. Might Mouth's teeth are not the metal pieces you put in. They are brilliant, beautiful glass. And as you finish your work, the blood from Might Mouth glowing in the back of its mouth shines a kaleidoscope, a prism on the inside of this wagon, with shadows dancing in it. 2 full shadowy figures dancing together in joy that it worked. Your friends are still in there, happy to help. Congratulations, you did it. Unfortunately for the rest of us, there's a war to win.
Or to lose.
Not a chance, Aldrich.
Listen,
Sonnet.
I don't know if you saw what they did to that Flama, but I do not want that fate for me.
Sonnet.
I can see him looking at me.
You and Augie march arm in arm.
This
With
is
the
the
captain.
most in step, literally. He and I have been this entire time. Like, this is the most we have agreed on something.
This man was an architect a week ago.
He speaks for
I'll
the
have you know.
stones.
He's big for the stone now.
I will make a bridge for your friends. Please don't let them drag me down. I will sink. And they will never hear from me again.
Even if you sink, we'll remember you.
Augie rubs his hands together like he's about to move mountains. Holds them up and shouts. And it is not words, it is pure vibration. You feel it through your feet, and this is the first thing that has shaken the surface of this water. any of you spoke primordial, if any of you knew how to listen to the earth and the world around you, you would hear a cry, a warning to all who stand on the earth that it is earth beneath them. Water and roots crack through it and turn rocks to smaller rocks. But even sand is earth and stone itself. And the boulders that had detached themselves from the mountain rumble in answer. And in leaps, like Might Mouth's teeth, leaping over the other trees, like house-sized gazelles, landing with thuds like cannon blasts. Boulders leaping, following one another, landing on the far side, and then beginning to splash across the water. Not in a bridge, but in a dam. As soon as the first wave hits the water, that first stone hits, the water turns to foam, swirling, rushing, as things begin to crawl out of the water. You see monsters made of just regular water, almost transparent, but the foam and the air trapped inside giving them shape and form, holding ice, claws, pikes, some more civilized weapons, nets, fish hooks, harpoons, begin rushing up the banks. And that is where we could end this, or we can keep going as we make our mad dash across the water. Are we good to stay for a little bit longer?
Good.
I'm good.
Okay, we'll keep on rocking.
Heh.
The fight is on. What's everybody doing? You have... The rocks are starting from the far bank and working their way over. You have... I'm going to just go to my clock here. I'm going to reset my clock.
I also have more segmented clocks if you want.
I'm just going to take it's a four banger because
Okay.
these are the rocks that are moving. As you guys take actions, you will advance that clock. As the water takes actions, it will regress that clock as it is fighting this, as it is fighting being dammed up and split in half from its reinforcements. What's everybody doing?
Well, last I checked, we do have, in this case, albeit not an anti-water cannon, but we do have an anti-gargoyle cannon on the back of our vessel, which has Deus Ex Machina us out of a situation before. Perhaps Umram can man that cannon while I steer the cart around, and anything that is bigger than normal sized might be can take a shot at that.
Sure. So we'll count that as a setup for Umram to sort of spin that cannon around.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'll kind of take the cart, head towards the river, but as I get a little bit closer, I'll start curling off to the right-hand side so that this cannon can come around and kind of shoot out of the back of it.
Come to bear. Okay. Umram.
Broadsiding the water.
Yeah, there is some space for that. We'll give you the first shot for free. Umram's gonna roll with increased effect. That's a 6.
Hey.
And we're targeting either big water structures or trying to avoid the little cannon fodder. Leave that to the trees.
You're gunning for the big lads. So Umram is sort of standing there on his ghost foot, which I forgot that he had up until this point. sort of standing there, sort of spins this and is like, I think this might do it. Turns and sees over one of the large boulders. There are what looks like a few beings of water just reached up and are digging in with what look like shells on their fingers and are just grabbing and scraping these rocks, begging for purchase. And we're just like turns, points, and fires, and it's not as much the projectile that does the damage. It's the blast that follows. Similar to what happened with the smoke and the powder, it shatters in the vessel and then is released following this vacuum, this blast wave, and the shock wave splatters these three water elementals and just sends them off into droplets, keeping the boulders in a little better condition than they were. You've protected one of those boulders.
I saved
Sonnet,
a boulder tonight, guys.
You saved a boulder. You are on the side of
That's a nice boulder.
It's a nice boulder.
It's not a boulder.
Sonnet and Celine, what are you guys doing?
I'd like to see if Might Mouse can just keep us on track in a way. It seems like they have an idea of, since they knew where the bridge was going to be. But Celine, I would like to do, I think I'd like to use that bottle, that shaken bottle. Looked at it was just a form of smoke, and use that as a sort of disturbance around the wagon itself. It's sort of like a ritual. As I toss it, and this smoke appears, and there's just these ghostly figures around the wagon.
Okay.
Or anything that would try to get nearby.
Go ahead. So, are you looking to protect the wagon?
Yes.
Okay. Give me the tune. Let's see how well this thing holds together. This will be risky because right now they did just notice that your cart has a gun on it.
Wait a minute, they got a gun. That ain't fair.
Hold the yeah. It's like, hey, we're showing up for like a night fight, and one guy shows up with a howitzer. It's like, we need to deal with that real quick.
Like a Jets and Sharks fight instead of knifing each other. Just
It's one guy's got a howitzer. Yeah, the Jets and the Sharks, but one guy's got an Uzi instead of a knife.
I've taken a stress on that, so that's a 5.
A 5. Okay. Risky position. As you chuck this spirit bottle, the wagon is sort of immersed in these swirling spectral forms as they swarm around and through the wagon. Every time, here's a question for you, Celine.
Mm-hmm.
How does it normally feel when a spirit walks through you?
At first a chill, and then mind just goes blank. It's as if you're having like a deja vu of something that you have not actually undergone.
You feel that chill, and then the hole in your chest aches and burns and drives that chill from your body. You no longer feel that sense of deja vu. Go ahead and mark as an additional condition in finding that out. Go ahead and mark another stress for me.
Okay.
As a side effect.
We're getting
That
close.
for that partial miss. the wagon is now ensconced in this swirl of spirits. Horses at this point are fucking used to it. They've had a weird fucking week and they're not worried about it now. They are keeping their eye on the metaphorical ball. Sonnet, what are you up to?
So behind us, I assume the trees are moving in.
The forests and the river have clashed. The fight has fully started. The larger trees that have been posted along, the elders, the stanchions of the route, are swinging their branches in these huge sweeps and just knocking back and taking out 5 or 6 of these in a single swing. It is a David versus Goliath fight, except for every Goliath, there's about 40 to 50 Davids. It's fair for right now.
Okay. Can I climb one of them and start directing them using survey to pick out the biggest threats or the largest clusters?
You would be leaving Augie alone.
Mm-hmm.
To do so.
Mm-hmm. Augie broke my weapon.
Looking at your weapon, as the fight has started, you're sort of looking at the shaft of your shovel, and you see that a wooden replacement has grown in its place, similar to what happened with the farmer and his pitchfork. You now have your sharpened wooden shovel. There is just no metal on it.
Okay.
I apologize for not expressing that earlier.
That's fine. Okay. In that case, I would like to post up near him, but in a hidden spot to ambush anything that comes for him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me prowl.
So I do have a hooded cloak that improves my effect level when I sneak around.
Sure, I'll give it to you. You're sneaking on a battlefield. You are not on those front lines with the big old trees.
Excellent, because that's a 6.
Okay. So you cut in close. You get in behind, sort of standing behind Augie, and all the focus, all this water is focused on drowning Augie. And so with your shovel, you are able to take out individuals that are focused on Augie as he is chanting, rumbling, singing one of these things. It's
I was going to say, my goal here is efficiency. So using the shovel to cut through sort of the core of whatever, so I can hit as many as possible as quickly as I can.
Yeah, you are in a similar motion that the other trees are having. And you find yourself catching on to that sort of swaying in the wind pattern and matching those swings of the other trees. And yeah, you are keeping that door wide open. And with that and that'll take us up a box. As you are doing so, just gonna make a quick fortune roll here. Okay. Augie continuing to focus, continuing to sing and chant and cry. The boulders fall faster and faster, sending up splash after splash after splash. And the trees seeing fewer cracks, seeing the boulders sort of holding the line. The former farmer points his pitchfork, and you watch as from the riverbanks, roots erupt outward, starting to snake out into the river itself. You're seeing all this water, shapes in the water being impaled by these roots, but the roots also wrapping around the boulders, filling in cracks, sealing this thing off. Locking half of the water upstream and slowing the water flowing downstream to a trickle. This is your door. Aldrich, the bridge is made, and Augie turns his head back to you, makes eye contact, and just points at that. This is giving you the signal to go.
I'm going to do my best to move the cart more the closest I can to everybody out in the field, as close as I can to get to Augie, as close as I can to get to Celine, as close as I can get to the tree that Sonnet, I think, is trying to climb, to give them an opportunity to get to the cart, if they so choose to.
Go ahead and give me command. What have we been doing with the horses?
I think it was it finesse, command,
handle a vehicle or
sway?
mount. Finesse.
Finesse.
It's gonna be
Okay.
finesse. Handle a vehicle or mount. It says so right there.
Look at that brain doing things.
And I'll push myself for an extra dice. There's a 3 and a 6.
A 3 and a 6. Beautiful. So you are able to sort of navigate around. All of you see this sort of swirling, spooky mist in the back, but you see an opportunity to jump in and to jump on. Two of you are in the cart. I will actually, while we're doing that, Celine, can I get a resistance roll, please? What is your spirit that's based in...
Attune?
The Resolve Attune?
Yeah. Roll that one for me, because your spirits are doing their best. Yeah. Roll whatever your attune is, which spirit.
5.
5. Beautiful. There are a few shards of ice and steam as well that come whizzing past your head, whizzing past the wagon, but the spirits are giving enough cover that you're hard to spot in this. Aldrich, you've driven a cart before. You know what the fuck you're doing. And you remember where people were standing last. Because right now, the only two people that are not in the wagon, if I'm understanding correctly, is Augie and Celine, or Augie and Sonnet.
Sonnet, yeah.
Sonnet's right down near the boulder, and Celine is right next to him. So you could pull up the cart and give an opportunity.
Yeah, so I'll pull up the cart to Augie and kind of stop it. I'm like, all right, let's get on. It's time for us to go.
Sonnet. What are you doing?
I'm gonna prod him in the back with the butt end of my shovel. Push him forward toward the cart.
Your shovel hits. Clink. Like stone.
Augie, we really do not have time for this. Please get on the cart so we can go.
Do the mountains call you?
They do.
Heed their call as they've yours. You'll move faster this way.
No offense, Sonnet. Please keep that to yourself. Okay, please get on to the cart so we can get out of here. We really do not have any more time.
You dragged me away once.
To save your life, yes.
I make this choice willingly, Aldrich.
That's what you said last time, but...
You could not move me any easier than you could move these boulders, Aldrich. I promised you a bridge, and I delivered. Now remember your promise.
Do not make me choose. Please, just get on the cart. We can talk about it on the way to Verdiana.
You never choose, Aldrich.
Augie, please get in the car.
Can I get another attunement, or can I get another spirit resistance roll, please?
From me?
From
Celine.
From Celine's ghost shield.
Another 5.
Another 5. Fantastic. You are starting to see some of the spirits are starting to fade out into wisps as the sun is fully beginning to set.
Aldrich, we don't have time. We need to keep moving.
I know. That's what I'm telling. Please get on the cart, Augie.
No. He's made his choice.
But Celine, he is my only friend in this world.
He doesn't have to be. But this is his call.
Kind of
I'm going back to Plan Tree Climber. Just let that be known.
You're scampering off to go climb a tree?
I am gonna go climb a tree.
Oh, you're not getting on the cart?
Nah, I feel like they got long legs. They can get me across.
If, as a brief aside, if you join the forest and climb up them, there is no guarantee you will come back unchanged. There's no guarantee you will come back. Okay? As long as that's all out there. Go ahead and give me Prowl to skulk away.
That's 5.
That's a 5. Fantastic.
Plus my improved...
Yeah.
What's it?
So,
standing.
Your minor complication. Or no. Yeah. Increased effect. Yeah. This conversation is happening. Aldrich, when you look back, it is just Augie. Sonnet is gone. Whether into the back of the cart or somewhere else, you're not sure.
You fool of a dwarf. Good luck. And and hit the horses.
And Augie just watches you go, trundling across this bridge as the fight rages on around everybody. I need another resistance roll for this spirit to hold out.
6.
Still holding. As you cross this bridge, the spirit's mixing with the water, with the spray, as the river itself is trying to break through and reinforce its troops. The trees have pushed into the riverbanks as the water drains further down, fleeing not as quickly as it should, but still routed somewhat. Cart. Moving. Augie. Normally I'd make you roll for this, but Augie was an architect. Augie knew how to make things smooth. Aldrich, you've driven over so many of Augie's roads back in town.
Mm-hmm.
This one feels very similar. And through this swirling mist of spirits and mist of water that wants nothing more than to kill you, you don't even need to make a roll to drive across this bridge. Sonnet, where do we see you? Looking back as Mightmouth and Umram, and maybe Celine. Celine, are you looking back or looking forward?
I'm looking forward.
So Umram and Mightmouth sitting in the back, watching, waiting for something, a wave, a rock, tree, something to happen. Where do they see Sonnet?
Sonnet has made her way into the top of one of the trees, those older ones that rise higher than all the others. She's got her shovel raised high in victory, whatever it is, pointing forward, directing them, getting so into this. This is the most fervor we've seen from her thus far. That owlish mask is still there. The cloak forming almost a wing shape. As she claims her place fully with the forest.
You feel, as you are standing there, you feel something tap on your shoulder. It is one of those seeds. It has crawled up and perched on your shoulder. And the little mandibles pull back and you see the teeth. What do you do?
I lift my mask, and there are traces of bark already growing across the skin. Small vines and leaves sprouting from the hair. She's been hiding it. But she'd already been changing. And she just looks to Little Seed. Slight shake of the head, no. It's not necessary.
And the seed kind of does a little bow. And then...
All right, I'll get out of here.
Oh, sorry. Didn't see you were taken care of. Don't mind me. And leaps off with a host of other seeds. Fluttering out to plant themselves what used to be a riverbed. This forest has grown today. And it will grow again every day. The cart heads south through trees, untouched, unchanged. It is 2 days before you see another person. It is an order of verdant growth paladin walking alongside a few others out for a nature walk with a small school group, teaching the dwarven children here about the trees and all the different majesty there is. And they are, of course, happy to travel back with you and offer you safe passage into Verniana. And whatever else you might need, whatever news you have, will be most welcome there, deep in the stone. And Aldrich, the roads here also feel familiar. They feel like Augie's handiwork.
He really got around, didn't he?
And with that, unless there's any other scenes we wish to have before we close. Okay. With that, this particular leg of the journey is over for some of us. But it is not the only leg. And there will be more journeys. Thank you, my friends, for staying late. We will call that there. We have seen not the last, I hope, of Sonnet and Augie and any of these others. But Umram and Mightmouth made it out alive. Did what we set out to do.
For? we saved Mightmouth.
And they are so much closer. So much closer.
Another day.
Mightmouth is saved. They've got shiny new teeth. That's not going to be weird to anyone.
They're now perfectly eloquent.
Stained glass teeth. But yeah.
Star Curtis for a very cool setup.
I know. It's the middle of an elemental war.
Very cool, though.
The age of man is over. Nobody said how. Real quick before we do stars and wishes, do not forget to look at your XPs if you rolled desperate, which there was a bunch of.
There was.
Mark yourself XP. What are we? We have a whisper, a lurk. Address a challenge with knowledge and arcane power. Hell yeah, you did that. You get 2 XP because you did that a lot.
Stealth or evasion? Did I get any of those?
Not particularly. It was not a very stealthy session for you.
Fair enough.
Whisper, express your beliefs, drive, heritage, or background. Yeah, you had your ghost bottles and your friends. I'll give you an XP for that.
A little bit.
Struggles with issues from vice or traumas during the session. I will leave that one up to you. There weren't a ton of those.
No, I was kind of happy with Eloise coming in, but I wouldn't say
that was a good vibe. But yeah. And then our spider. Address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy. I would give you that. Trying to talk your way out of that problem. Expressed belief, drive, heritage, or background. Absolutely. Struggle with issue from vice or trauma during the session. Also, absolutely.
Did I? I mean, I
losing your only friend.
Yeah, that is true.
All these connections with people and like making all these connections, but the one that really mattered was like, no, go on without me. That'll fuck you up. That'll fuck you up forever.
Yeah, especially when I try to save him before. I still didn't get that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And especially because that happened before, for sure. Okay, so there's all your XP. If you filled in any of those, you can level up a skill. I don't think we necessarily did this time, but that's okay. Any other stars for this evening?
Star Derek for Cool Spirits.
Mm-hmm.
You really got
Yes.
into the descriptions, and I enjoyed so much of it.
Oh, thank you. That's a lot of fun. I'm really liking this character. I mean, star for you two for the arguments, the fights, having to put the handcuffs, the earmuffs on, handcuffs.
Yeah, mom and dad are fighting.
I was gonna star Evan for smooth talking his way out of the mess that I put us in.
I know. All of a sudden, we're fighting with the trees.
Sorry.
Sonnet's become a forest spirit. Man, that'll be a thing
She's
to
a
worry about
half-elf.
later.
Yeah, star for that for digging into it, because that's another thing is that something that I'm gonna have to deal with now since I am also touched.
Yeah,
Root touched.
Root
touched.
That's why I didn't even touch him.
Yeah. Both incredible star for Aldrich for just being like, nah, I ain't fucking with any of this. I'm just a guy.
I mean, listen, I'm just a little dude.
I'm just
a
here.
fella.
I'm just here to smuggle people around and give out funerals. Like this ain't my bag. And
Yeah,
now
that
you're
is
like,
it is what I am here for.
you're the taxi driver in Deadpool. You're just like, I'm just here to do a job, man. And now you're like part of this like wild team, and it's a ton of just having a ton of fun. But yeah, stars as well for rolling with the fun curveballs I got to throw at you. Of what happens when the forest wakes up.
I do want to give another star. I almost forgot about it. The music was really good, but on top of that, there was a really good scene that Curtis and Alexis played off of, playing with the tones of the music. I'll define the exact snippet, but I was like, damn, you guys fit that so well. And it was like a minute length.
Hitting the like I love that feeling when the music matches perfectly. There is like it drops out at the perfect moment, and I'm like, it like I
was hearing sad violins when we were talking about leaving Augie behind. I was like, oh, this is a little sad.
Yeah,
this is my only friend.
It's just a little extra push and pull. I also, as a brief aside, I got to pull out one of my favorite songs that I have horrified my players with in my other campaign. It is this one. This song came up every time they had to talk to this aboleth. And I would just like play it, and they're like, "Oh fuck, what is this?
Yeah,
what bad shit's about to happen to us?" But yeah, just in that like very like thank you for the call out on the music, because it's always just like it hits so good. And it's all safe for YouTube because it's all out of their free library. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
So no DMCA strikes for your channel, Derek. We're safe.
Yes.
Perfect.
Any wishes? Because I know we stayed late and I want to get us out of here in the next like 8 minutes.
I mean, I would just love this to just be another like side campaign. Just having a lot of fun with
Yeah.
these characters.
And it's like we're now in the third session of playing these characters. I'm feeling a little who more Aldrich is because I only made him like I don't know, maybe like
Yeah.
a day or so.
Yeah.
But now I feel like he's an actual person. His character, he's losing people.
Mhm.
He has a little more skin in the game to continue going forward.
That was one of the things I wanted. That was kind of my wish for Aldrich. Is like Aldrich always coasts. He always kind of like doesn't let people get close.
And that's what works for him. That's what works for his as a personality. Like I transport people who aren't dead and pretend they're dead, and I never see them again.
That is partly why Augie was the pick for this, because Aldrich has coasted so far, and these are like acquaintances, and like they're friends, but they're not that good of friends. And I'm like, what if the one person that you would ride or die for refuses to ride with you?
Exactly. So if like Celine was outside of the car and said, "Hey, I'm not going to go. All right, peace, bye."
Yep.
Like that's your choice. You made it.
Anyway,
Sonny, you want to run up a tree? Fine, bye. Get up that tree.
Bye.
But Augie was the sticking point, and now
I'll leave you be.
And now the best part is every time you're on a road, in
I gotta think about
Verniana, you'll think about him, and that is
Every time I see a cool building, every time I see another dwarf, that's all I'm gonna think about is Augie.
Augie would love this building.
Mm-hmm.
He's not here, and that's
So I
gonna
will
that's gonna
say,
sit.
We do have April 27th undecided still.
Andrew, settle the fuck up. We're going back.
I know.
We're going in.
again.
Yeah.
So we will have to decide on April 27th at some point soon.
That's true.
But we could potentially be back to this a lot
We
faster
could.
than intended.
If no one else, I have a wish. If this is going to sound very funny coming after, what if we played these characters again? I cannot wait to see where these characters are in, like, if we get to Verniana, if we don't see these characters again, where are they? Where do we, like, if the main story ends up here, when do we get to see people we recognize? Are we going to recognize this cart traveling through the city? What is Aldrich going to make of himself in this town? What is Celine going to get up to? Like, are they going to continue working together? Are they just going to like set up shop and dip? Like, what's going to happen with these guys in this town? But also now we can actually play Blades like Blades is intended and like do heists and shit, as opposed to it's a survival horror game. Yeah, any
Very
other
exciting
wishes?
stuff.
Cool. If nothing else for the group, yeah. Thank you again for the love and joy y'all bring to these characters, and the excitement, because it's like this is how it feels to be Alexis when like all my players are excited to show up, so I'm excited to run things.
Hee.
And it's
nice?
It's the best fucking feedback loop you can ask for, man. Like, and getting to throw hard choices and curveballs and fun shit at you, and like gross. I get to be a little grosser with my descriptions.
I don't know.
That's
My
fun
guy's
for me.
teeth are all flopping out of his mouth.
Yeah,
Fucking Augie's collected them in his pocket.
that's like out of
Saving
character.
those
I
for
want
later.
that to stop. Let's whatever bottles I can use, whatever spirits. No, it's
Whatever it
fun. It's
takes.
fun.
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh man, my mouth bit a thing that's got the fibers in it. What's gonna happen? My mouth gets fibers. Let's go. All those teeth, fuck them. We got new teeth now.
New teeth, who dis?
At least it didn't turn to a Richard moment and turns into a Toad themselves.
Yeah,
Yet.
my mouth is too. I don't know enough about my mouth to make that call.
Yeah.
We
And
can't get home off.
Coward.
Legally, he's got backing from the.
Yeah, God. Listen, if I kill off God's favorite NPC, I will never enjoy a moment's rest in my life.
I mean, yeah, but also.
But also, Might Mouth's got shiny new teeth now, and 2 spooky friends that live in the teeth, which I think is ultimately even weirder.
Right now,
It does speak in limericks now.
or doesn't speak, or like still speaks normally, because Might Mouth is still the same as it was, but it can just kind of like close its mouth and like shine light out and do like a little shadow puppet show. Like that's fucking rad.
Oh yeah.
Like has purple fluorescent blood. That's sick as fuck.
what
Like,
even
why-
is Might Mouth? That just deepens the canyon of
Right,
what is
that-
Might Mouth.
Me killing off Might Mouth is less interesting. And also I would like wake up with the GM standing over me with a knife.
What have you done?
You said you
with my-
wanted an in-person session.
Oh no, my dex isn't that good. Please don't. My AC is garbage.
All I can
uh,
think of is this. It's those freaking mouth
Oh,
light
yep.
things.
Yep. Purple. Bam. Anything else for the good of the order or for the group?
It's late. Go
Cool.
home.
Next week, I'm gonna do that next part. Next week is Derek on the 13th.
Yes, I'll get you guys some more info to recap the first session, but we should be all set.
We're doing we're continuing our rescue, correct?
Yeah, we're just gonna keep pushing on with that.
Sweet.
Okay.
Sounds good. And then Evan is the week
Cool.
after. And the week after that might be an actual heist in the city. If nobody is upset about it, I will happily run. I will work with Alexis to figure out what more of that city looks like, and we can figure out Verniana and maybe do a job there
Okay.
as a baby crew.
Baby crew.
Yeah, we need to boost this crew score.
Yeah. Well, it's
Gotta pump them
starting
numbers up.
it's starting at a 0. You get your card as a tier 1, but you're in a brand new town. We're starting,
Oh, snap.
we're starting from nothing.
All right. Fantastic news. Go home.
That's my 8 minutes. I will see you all next week. Thanks y'all for playing.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Bye.